What's up, guys? Welcome to Run It Back with Blair Bomber. I'm Blair Bomber, and it's fucking sunny and beautiful, and we're gonna go back into lockdown, for sure anytime soon. So I'm gonna get outside as soon as fucking possible, because I'm seeing the skies, and I'm thinking, man, if I can just get out there and get 7 or 8 beers in me, and then think about talking to a strange woman on the beach, which always goes well. I won't do it, but I'll think about it long and hard. Hey, you ever have that where I think dudes have this a lot. Women just ignore it. So dudes have it a lot where we'll see a nice lady and we'll think they're looking at us. And if we think they're looking at us, then we think they like us. And then our mind does this little back and forth like, you should go talk to her. No, I don't think I should. You should for sure go talk to her. No, dude, I don't want to. I don't want to bother her space. And I'm like, it's kind of creepy. What if she's not looking at me, dude? She's for sure looking at you. Okay, but what? Dude, just do it, and then then you don't, or you do, and it goes poorly. See, that's the things that go in our head. See, women on the other side, they can just assume safely that every guy's looking at him. If you're at the beach, if you're in a bikini, we're looking at you. That's why we wear sunglasses. It's not for the sun out of our eyes. It's so you can't see us staring at your ass. That's why we wear sunglasses. If you see a guy on the beach not wearing sunglasses, married, happily. You see a guy on the beach with sunglasses looking at your direction, he's hoping you'll turn around and he can check your tan line for you. That's what we do on the beach. I'm sorry. Okay, I wish it wasn't true. But, we are in a lockdown, in a quarantine, in a pandemic. And if you're a guy who's single out there and you've been fucking this whole time, hey, man, good work, dude. Good for you, dude. Way to let nothing stand in your way of getting your nut. All right? I can appreciate that guy who's out there working, going for the next thing, trying to be a part of he's kind of being a part of the problem if he's out there just fucking like crazy and just like, who's going to wear a mask when they fuck? Right? Although if you're a guy who hates to kiss, this is a great time to wear a mask. If you're a guy who hates to kiss or a guy who has a cold sore, perfect timing in the world right now for you. But there's always missed opportunities when you don't shoot. That's the fucking quote, man. You miss 100,000% billion shots you don't take. That's a loose translation to the actual one, which is, hey, don't be a pussy. Shoot, dude. You got to shoot. The worst thing they're going to do is say no. Or the worst thing they'll do is call their boyfriend who's probably going to gang, is going to come cut your throat. That's like the worst thing that could happen, but probably not going to go that way. So you're safe. You're safe just to, shoot the shot, do what you can do. And then, if she's not into it, she'll just say, fuck you. And then you go back to what you were doing, which is drinking claws alone on the beach, trying to get sand out of your asshole. That's what I do on the beach. My boy Jake Balls. Man, my boy Jake Balls he hates that nickname, by the way. Of course he does. It's Jake Balls.
Does he play basketball? Is he a basketball star? Is he a hoop guy? Does he like to play hoops?
Nope, just got a low hanging sack. That's just what it is. But he was out here, man, and when your friends are in town for a short time, I think it's almost better because you won't waste any time. Jake came here first night, got here kind of later in the afternoon, so we hung out, had a couple beers, went to sleep, got up pretty early the next day, and immediately beach, dude. Well, first we got Randy's Donuts. If you haven't had Randy's Donuts, it's because you're not in LA. And Randy's Donuts is one of the best donuts shops, places ever. Blair, I like Krispy Kremes. Yeah, I think you like to get fucked in the ass too, don't you, Tom? Krispy Kremes are so good. Yeah, dude. Keep jerking off with just spit and we'll call it good. But Randy's, if you remember the Iron Man 1, 2, one of the early Iron Man movies, RDJ is sitting in that big, he's in that big donut and he's eating donuts. That's Randy's Donuts. It's like a 2-minute drive from my place. Inglewood? And we go there and they have like gourmet style donuts where you can, and they're not crazy expensive, but they have, the traditional glazed and then they have like the red velvet cake, and then they have a maple bar with bacon on top. Now I know you're thinking, gross, dude. You can't have that. Those will go together. And I'm telling you right now, they fucking do, man. They do. And it's a problem. I bought 2 of them, and it took me about a day and a half to finish them because it's just so much going on. But it's like, I don't know, the salty sweet thing. I know people are not into that. Okay, cake and eat it too. It's like guys that don't like having their butt eaten. It's like, yo, dude, you got to get past whatever reservations you have about being kind of gay and just enjoy it for what it is. Enjoy the fruits of the labors of others, which is what the maple bar at Randy's is, and getting your ass eaten is as well. Because somebody else worked hard on that. Someone had to make the bacon, chop it up, and then put it on there, and they had to go against their better judgment, I would assume. But now I get to enjoy it the same way if a girl is sucking me off and she decides, I'm going to go down there and eat his ass against his will. I got to just hike my legs back over my shoulders and let her baby bird me. Well, baby bird my hole, my bunny hole. Baby bird my bunny hole. Baby bird my bunny hole. Ooh, that's tough. Baby bird my bunny hole. Okay, say it 5 times fast. Baby bird my bunny hole. That doesn't really count. I don't think that one counts. But also, here's the thing, man. I used to be able to eat all the donuts, dude. I mean, it didn't matter. I could eat 17 of them and be like, that's my day. I'm going to go have pasta later. Now your boy has I cut my donuts in half now because I don't want to commit to the full thing. Now, I still go back and eat the entire thing 5 minutes later. But for some reason in that moment, I think I'm establishing that I have self-control, which I do not. I don't have self-control in most situations. It's getting better. But for the most part, self-control, get out of here. I don't know, man. I wish I was better at it, but I'm not. I'm weak. I'm weak when it comes to food. I'm weak when it comes to booze. And I'm weak when it comes to pussy. And you know, I wish it wasn't that way. I wish I had more control over my urges to have a good time. People that get upset about having a vice, it's like, okay, so sorry you're interesting for a second. All right? Everyone's got something, okay? People have food, people have sex, people have specific sex stuff. We won't get into that too early in the pod. And some people just like sweets, man. Or booze, or being a complete drug addict. Everyone has their thing. And you're not better than anybody else because you don't do anything fucking wild, all right? You're just fucking boring. Have I talked about that before? Probably. Got Randy's, Jake came, went to the beach. Now, you better believe we clawed it up. I'm not a big White Claw guy, haven't been, but when you rip 3 shots of Jameson on your way out the door, claws, you know, this is refreshing. Go to the beach, getting some rays, throwing the football around. That feels good. My shoulder is completely out of order for the next probably 6 months. Like, you throw the football a little bit too hard after not doing it in a long time. Yeah. Feeling old today. Feeling old most days. But we threw the ball around. Your boy still got it. I still got it. All right? I'm going to jam you. I'm going to go by you. I'm going to double move. Come on, man. You can't get me off. Come on. You can't get me off. You can't get me at the line. I'm going to give you... Shh. Step. Ooh. No big deal. No big deal, guys. I'm shifty. What I'm trying to say is I'm shifty and you can't hang with me. It's not your fault. All right? This isn't for everybody. But here we are. Tried body surfing. Dude, not easy. I don't know why I thought it would be easy. But it was fun, man, because if you haven't body surfed before, what you do is you kind of wade out into the water a little bit. You got to have waves. You can't do it in a fucking kiddie pool, you stupid bitch. And you're jumping, and then once the wave comes, you got to start paddling before it breaks. So you got to kind of get on top, and then you try and go with it. What I didn't realize was that's not how you do it. Okay, so I did it. I spent like an hour and a half, 2 hours, man. It was a fucking workout. That's how you know you're getting older. When you do anything, and you're like, that's my cardio. I went back after the day of us doing that, and I looked up body surfing and how to do it. And I'm watching these guys do it, and it's like you're supposed to do is, wait for the wave, pop the feet up as it's coming over, start paddling. As it breaks, you're supposed to shoot the arms out in front, tuck your head down into the water, and then kick your legs like crazy and propel yourself that way. Down. Arms always got to stay out because they said that there's sandbanks that will break your neck, which was a thing that I didn't know that could happen. That's how dumb I am. I'm just like doing this thing like, I'll just go face first into the shallow end of the world, of the ocean, which is the world, which is sand. And I'm just going like, am I doing it? You ever do something and you're just kind of reckless with it, and then you read about it and you hear about all the dangers of that thing, and then you immediately are like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. Like, it makes you scared of it. Like, you were not scared at all. You were ignorant to all of the dangers of that thing. And then you read one thing about it, you're like, oh shit. Maybe I shouldn't drive shit-faced home from the bar. Damn it. I was having so much fun just putting the 2 thumbs up and just one eye in that bitch all the way back to Ridgeline. But dude, a day in the sun with water activities and drinking, fuck man. I was asleep by 10:30. I can't even remember the last time I did that. And I did that back in Linden about 8 weeks ago. That was a lie. That was just a fucking lie.
I can't remember the last time. I did it yesterday.
I'm a fucking moron, dude. But Jake was here. Threw me some hot merch. Shout out to the homie John, Jake's pops, with the sick merch. God, did I just pinch? So I pinched the shirt up, and then it leaves a little like nipple, like in the shirt. That's fucking annoying as shit. Blair, why am I like this? God, shit like that drives me crazy. It's like getting a grease stain on a pair of jeans you just shredded. Or you ever cut the sleeves off of a shirt, as I'm sure most of my listeners have. If you listen to this podcast, you for sure cut the sleeves off of a shirt. That's just my demographic. Demographic is guys 14 to 72. I'm lying. 14 to 32. And slight drinking problem. They prefer Busch Light. And they never wore a pair of long sleeve anything that they didn't immediately want to rip the sleeves off and go, I fucking hate it. That's my demographic. Guys that say yeehaw, but not just when the music's playing. They say it because they just feel like let's just fucking go, dude. Let's just fucking go. Yeehaw, motherfucker. My boy Balls is here. We had a great time. We drank. We fucking talked shit. We got up yesterday morning early, like 6:45. Went on a hike. Hiked up to Griffith Observatory. I think I've talked about this before. That's where they shot part of a scene from Rebel Without a Cause. Why do I fucking mumble? Rebel Without a Cause. That's where they shot a scene from Rebel Without a Cause. It's a James Dean movie from 1955, 1961. Before all of us were burnt. We're burnt. God, your boy can't speak today. Maybe if I take a sip of water. Yep, feel the same. Feel the exact same. Nothing's changed. So we're going to know in about 5 seconds if I keep on cluttering these goddamn words. Did the hike. Had a blast. I don't like hiking. I don't like any part of it. People that are like, let's go on a fucking hike today. Why? Cardio? Shut up. The top is cool. The top is the same. The top is always the same. But it's something to do with your boy who wants to do something with like that. So I was like, yeah, let's just do it. Got up, shook the hangover a little bit. But what's interesting? Whenever I go up to hike somewhere, there's always people on the trail that have no business being on the trail. First of all, white girls and your tiny dogs. Don't bring the dog on the 2-mile hike straight up. That dog is just asking to die. Like, why would you do that? If I have a fat friend, I have a fatty McFat friend. like Big Jake. If I have that guy with me, you know what I'm not going to say? Hey, man, dude, do you want to, like, I don't know, do some sit-ups and go on a fucking roller coaster ride with no seatbelt on? Sound like fun, Jake? Hey, you want to go run in the sand, big guy? No, there are certain people, animals, creatures, living things that are good at some things and not meant to do others. A dog that has a dog that has legs the size of a pencil should not be on that hike with you. I know you want to have the dog with you so you can go, fucking look at this little guy. Fucking we did it. Me and fucking me and Mr. fucking Peanut Butter Smushes. Smile, Mr. Peanut Butter Smush. Smushy meat peanut butter. Come on. The dog literally is having a heart attack. You know dogs sweat through their fucking mouth? That's why they want to kill themselves. So whenever you see a dog on a hike and the fucking girl is like, we can fucking do anything. It's like, you're a dumb, stupid bitch. And leave your dog at home. Don't bring your dog on the hike. Okay, what did he ever do to you other than love you because he has to? Dogs are stupid. They have to love you. No choice. And you reward that by taking them on a hike? It's only 6 more miles. Come on. Fucking hurry up. Ugh. Just what a bummer. What a sad thing. That's like if you ask your friend to, like, I don't know, water your plants, and then you came home and they took the plants outside and threw them off a cliff. I just thought they would like that. I don't know. I like, cliff stuff, cliff diving. So I figured that the plants would also like to do what I like to do, even though they're not made for that in any way. Idiot. Leave the dog alone. Another thing I can't handle. Kind of in the same realm, when parents bring small children on the hike in denim. Why are you wearing denim? You got a jean jacket on, like, fucking mom, it's so hot. My God, it's so hot. It's like, come on. It's like, no, you, mom, you fuck off. You just leave your kid at home, okay? She's already fat. He's already fat. You're fat. I know you're trying to help out, but you're just going to ruin that Sunday. They get mad at their kids, like, come on. It's like, no, the kid's legs are just a little bit longer than the dog's legs. So why are you making them do this? That's how kids get into a lifetime of abusing food and alcohol, was because you made them go on a hike that made them hate hiking and exercise for the rest of their life. So thanks, shitty mom. And look, I know a thing or two about being a parent, okay? I've had at least 1 or 2 dogs, and they both made it to 2 years, almost 2 years old. Okay, so don't even come to me with this shit. Do I speak better? Probably not. Do I do another round of Bumble Roulette? A recap on the apps for you guys? Do we want to hear a little bit of something? I got a good one. I got a good one-ish. What do we think? Maybe? Maybe? Okay. So I matched with this girl. We'll say her name's Judy. White girl. Tatted up. Just neck to tits. Tits to dick. She just tatted up, okay? Like crazy. I kind of like it. Kind of into it. She's cool-ish. We talked a little bit. Through the conversation, I was like, hey, let's hang out, because she was nice. And I cut to the chase. Okay, I don't want to fucking...
What, do you have a dog? What's his name?
I don't care. Okay, the information I need is you're single, you have a job. Don't really care about that part, though. And do you drink? Because that's important. If you don't drink, I might be out, because it just kind of shows me that you're a fucking square. And if you're a square, that's okay. I just don't want to hang out with you in my free time. Okay? Reserve the squares for people that you hang out with at work. My work friends are fun. No. There's all you have. Okay? That's all you got. Like your friends in 3rd grade class. That's it. They're just people you have to hang out with because they're the ones that are there. If you could pick your friends at a younger age, you wouldn't pick fucking those pieces of shit that you were hanging out with. Oh yeah, Kyle was a cool guy, but was he? Or did he just pick his nose and then eat bugs all the time? All right. But so I'm talking to this girl named Judy, nice girl, and I immediately go, "Hey, like, do you want to like hang out? Because let's cut to the chase. Like, you seem cool. I'm fucking not gonna kill you. Let's hang out. What are you doing this weekend?" She's like, "Oh, I've got stuff going on this weekend. I'm busy all weekend." And or all week and the weekend. And I was like, "Wow, who is that busy during the pandemic? Because I'm not fucking busy at all. I'm doing this shit right now after doing all the things I needed to get done this morning. Walk, workout, stretch, fucking, I put a poster up today. That's pretty cool. The one I showed last week, 2 weeks ago. The Reservoir Dogs one. So she's like, yeah, how about next week? The following week. I'm like, that's perfect. Sure, whatever. Also, just out of curiosity, what's keeping you so busy during this pandemic? Like, I know what her job is, but it's like, I mean, it's not a 9-hour day, 10-hour, 12-hour day. She goes, oh no, I have a date, and then I'm going to Arizona. I'm like, oh, you have a date? Now, part of me, old school Blair is like, fuck you, man. We're supposed to have fucking our moment. That's old way of thinking, because I don't know her at all. She had the date set already. She's not lying, really. She didn't feel like lying, I assume. So I get it. I mean, I don't get it. That part of me doesn't get it. I'm like, come on, what do you mean? My feelings are hurt. I thought I was the only one for you. I met you 15 seconds ago. That's caveman Blair. Progressive adult me is like, fucking hell yeah, dude. Go out there and fucking get some dick if you need it. Hope that guy, I hope he sucks. Hope he pushes you closer to me. And she's like, yeah, I don't want to lie to you. I'm like, that's also not really lying, though. Now, if my question was, do you have a date this weekend? And she said, no, I do not. That would be a lie. But if I said, what are you doing this weekend that's making you busy? What's keeping you busy this weekend? What's making you busy this weekend? And then she goes, oh, I'm just going to Arizona, hanging out with some friends, got some stuff going on. It's not my business. So she didn't lie. She just left out information. That's the thing, is like, you think you're lying, but you're really not lying. They didn't ask the question the right way. Okay? You ever play Never Have I Ever? And someone's like, never have I ever. And they're like super broad. And you're like, well, I'm not going to be like, that's too broad. I don't like, no, like, be more specific. And then they go, never have I ever let a guy fuck me in my ass in a porta potty bathroom at Warped Tour. And they asked, actually, no, one of you has done that before. And then one of you is like, fucking, all right. Okay, I did. All right. Fine. Fuck you. But then I was like, hey, that's cool that you were being so, honesty is great. But you can overshare. You know what I mean? Like, you ever have that time when you're in a relationship with somebody and you ask too many questions? It's always the worst, dude. Because I do that. I'll be dating a girl, and then we'll be talking about like past shit because it's kind of fun. We're like kind of a new relationship. We're kind of dating, but it's that early stages. So we're kind of just being fun. And we're me and you together. What a cool thing. And then you ask like the trivial question, right? Where you're like, what's the craziest place you've ever banged at? What's the craziest place you've ever had sex? And, I think that's a question that doesn't need a whole lot of detail to it. Just say the place. Say the place. Now, if it's just basic, like me, I had sex in a hot tub one time. All right, they're like, oh, that's fucking not that crazy. It's like, yeah, I know. But if they're asking me all kinds of follow-up questions, it's like, I don't know if you want to know these answers. That's what I fucking do wrong, is I'll ask her, like, what's the craziest place you ever had sex? And then she's like, oh, outside of this theater in an alley. And then this thing in my chest says to me, Blair, don't ask any more questions. You're only going to hurt yourself. This is all self-inflicted. From here on out, any question you ask will only make you feel worse. So do yourself a favor and don't ask any more questions. Don't ask any more questions. No more questions. Move on, move on, move on. So who was the guy? And then there's just this spiral where it's like he was in the theater. It's like, yeah, he was in the play, and like he was cool. I talked to him afterwards, and I was fucking wasted and on Molly, so I was kind of sideways, and I was like, hey, let me just suck your cock outside. He was like, sure. So then we went outside, and I sucked his cock, and I got my knees all scraped up on the sidewalk because I was just on my knees, and he was just really giving it to me, and we were like banging against the trash cans, and oh my God, I haven't seen him since. Wonder what he's doing. I do that to myself. That's my fault. Why would I do that? Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to. Or if you do ask the question, you find out in the middle of it that you don't know the answer to that question, don't ask any more follow-ups. Just let it go. Let it go. It's over. You can't change the fact that she sucked off some guy named Sydney outside of a shit theater. Okay? Next to probably a sleeping homeless person. A bum, if you will. So just don't do that. Don't do it to yourself, okay? Trust me. Take it from a guy who loves making himself hurt on the inside. I will fall in love with somebody, and then I will do everything I can to learn everything about them, and then I hate them and myself. Okay? So just for all you kids out there listening to this looking for guidance, your ignorance is fucking bliss, dude. It's so blissful to just not know that the person you're with used to be a whore. Just love them for them. Okay? Also, if you do plan on dating me at some point, don't listen to this. Don't ask me questions. You're not going to like any of the answers. Okay? And if you press, okay, so you're dating somebody, right? And they press you, like, come on, just tell me. You don't want to know. Just tell me. You don't want to know. Come on. All right, I fucked a mom named Jacoba in Iowa. She was 42 and had 3 kids that lived with her, and we fucked while they were asleep. She was also a stripper and had a back tattoo. It looked like a golem's face, but in like pixelated. See? And then she'll resent you for that. So in that instance, you just gotta lie. So, bottom line of all this, what I'm trying to get to is always, always, always lie. Just lie and avoid the confrontation. She'll thank you by not hating you. Okay, that's the thanks. You won't verbally say, thank you for not telling me the truth. But when you guys are still together years later, that's the reason. You're welcome. You're fucking welcome with that one, dude. Yeah, that was a fucking, let's say that one was a ruby, a gem, a diamond. That was a fucking gem, dude. Take that one, file it away in your head. So when you're dating somebody and they have a questionable background, or you have a questionable background yourself, you know what not to do. Take it from me, guys. Everything I know because I fucked it up. Because I did it wrong. Because I asked, oh, what's the biggest dick you've ever had? 14 inches? Awesome, dude. I'm not even half that. So now I'm going to feel bad for the rest of the day, probably for the rest of the week. And then this is probably not going to work out because now I know I can never actually fill you up without a little bit of help from an extension. Probably have to put a pocket pussy on my dick and then fuck you with the fleshlight that is. We went sexual pretty quick today, didn't we? No, we went sexual later. It's fucking 30-some minutes into this. I held off. Don't you think? I held off pretty well. Come on, guys. Come on. What do we think in the room? How are we feeling? In the room, what do you think? We're good? With what I said. I'm not ending it just yet. I'm fucking feeling good. We're going to go. We might go for the record right now. Okay? Because I got some stuff that I actually saved on the computer. So I go through all these fucking crazy rabbit holes on Wikipedia and just all this bullshit, right? And I never do anything with them. So I'm thinking I'll just start saving these tabs and then I'll just kind of go through them and then see if they're worth a shit, right? Okay? So the one I went through recently, which is the Hunter, I can't speak. Let's take some more water. Take a water break. The Hunter S. Thompson. You guys know he's one of the most famous authors who's ever lived. No, I mean, he's pretty famous, but more of a celebrity author than anything else. But basically, this guy's a super fascinated guy because he was the first guy to do this technique of writing where he would study a culture, right, or a topic. And most journalists, what they do is they're a fly on the wall. They don't impact anything. They just observe and report. That's it. It's all they do. Also, shitty movie, but they do that literally. Hunter S. Thompson, he would put himself into that group of people, right? So his big thing he started with was, and start with, the thing that broke him was he wrote this thing about the Hells Angels. And basically he followed the Hells Angels for a year. And he created the style called gonzo. What a fucking horrible name. That's what they used to call POV porn back in the day. But you got to be an OG to know that. You know what I'm saying? you know what I mean? Shout out Matt Simmons. Wish he'd call me back. But he won't. He won't. But I know that. So he believes that he should not only take part in what's going on, but he should also have an active role in the story that he's writing. Which is like, I mean, that was kind of like groundbreaking, in and of itself. Said that right. Chalk one up for the good grammar police. Fuck you. I don't know. That was just for aggressive for no real reason. No reason at all. But so when he did the Hells Angels, he followed them around, right? And he got deep. Like he was doing drugs, he was fucking around, he was seeing all the shit they were doing, illegal activity. And after a year of it, he started losing a little bit. He got in good with the founder. I forget what the fucking name of the founder of the guy was. What is his name? The Hells Angel founder. Sonny Barger. Yeah, that's the guy. This is kind of like what Sons of Anarchy was based off of. Not his story, but the Hells Angels themselves is what any motorcycle, anything is based off of. Is fucking just these guys, and they're fucking wild. So he got in good with Ralph Sonny Barger, right? And they were boys. Like he's like, hey, look, I'm gonna paint this. I'm just gonna tell the story as I understand it. And they're like, that's cool. You can come do the thing. After a while, he just got into it with some other members of the motorcycle club of the MC. After they were like kicking the shit out of their wives, he's like, hey man, that's fucked up. And these guys kicked the living shit out of Hunter S. Thompson, like bad, like fucking like stomped his shit in the dirt, right? Really stretched him out. Wrote this article, or wrote this big piece, and dude, it blew him up. It was this fucking big, huge thing, and they were like, "Yo, this guy's a fucking legend." And he did cause a little bit of a problem with him and motorcycle club with the MC. Yo, dude, if you're gonna like write about somebody, don't do it about a gang that has no problem fucking you up, or just do it, I guess. Anyway, but yeah, I kind of want to read that book, man. I haven't read a book in a while. And I don't know, man. I think my ADD has gotten worse as I've gotten older, as technology's gotten bigger and better. Because I can watch TikTok for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I can swipe on Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Grindr. I can do all that, for hours. But for some reason, it's because it's always different and changing that I'm able to kind of like, I don't know, like keep going. I'm like looking for that dopamine. Whereas with a book, it's more of a commitment. And I haven't sat down and committed. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll fucking do the Hells Angels book. I think I should, man. I think I should just say fuck it. I'll get on Amazon today. I could buy it right now. I won't, but I could. I should just read that shit. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say it on here, and I'm gonna do it, and then I'll talk about it another time and see what the book was actually about. Because I just gave like the world's loosest. All right, but that's kind of how I do most like things that aren't just about my life. Whenever I talk about a movie or a book, I give just the worst abridgment ever. It's like, yeah, there was this guy, he's a journalist, and he was kind of a crazy person, and then he followed these motorcycle cunts, and then he wrote about it. He got his shit kicked in, and then he wrote about it, and they weren't happy. Like, that's pretty much what I just said. I mean, I gotta get better. I gotta get better at fucking doing. But who gives a shit? I know you think it matters, but it fucking doesn't really matter that much. I think what I'll do is, I'll read that. Yeah, I'll read that. Hunter S. Thompson, though, he's the dude who has that famous like thing. Everybody thought he had this wild, like he was writing weird. Like there was Hunter S. Thompson writing routine, right? Yeah, there's his daily routine that was famous. Someone did like a cute little meme about it, and people thought that's what he did every time he wrote. And he wrote his entire life. So people assumed he was doing this crazy shit every single day. Let me get into it. Okay. So yeah, this is some guy from the Associated Press. What's his fucking name? The title of it is A Day with Thompson. Chivas Dunhill's Coke. Basically, they talk about what he was doing on a day-to-day while he was writing this other piece. So one writer followed another writer to see his process. And this is what his process is, okay? So Hunter S. Thompson's daily routine is both predictable and outrageous, if not apocryphal. Dude, fuck you. Already apocryphal? If it's a word that no one fucking knows, dude, no one born after 1985 has any idea what that fucking means. That's how you know the shit was written back in the day where people were more well-rounded. But you know what? They weren't. They had nothing else to do. You read the paper, and then you had a thesaurus. And you read shit, and it was about sounding regal, when in reality, no one really gave a shit what the fuck you were doing. So I see this guy say apocryphal, and I think, you know what, dude? You're probably just a cunt. And you're not that fun to hang out with. That's why you're writing the article about the guy who's fucking the writing god. All right. Anyway, so this is the guy. This is Hunter S. Thompson's like daily routine when he's writing a book or a piece or an article, whatever. 3 p.m. gets up. 3:05. Chivas Regal with the morning papers. Dunhill cigarette. Chivas Regal is a rum. If you didn't know that, it's horrible. It's a fucking bottom barrel, dog shit, backwoods ass rum. Also, if you're sipping rum, dude, you got some demons, because that's not something that you're supposed to really sip. Side note, back in Chicago, we had this like $5,000 bottle of rum called Popper Regal, and that shit, $5,000 is $112 a shot, and you better believe your boy was kind of sipping that thing for 3 years, and it was delish. At some point, when it becomes so expensive, the quality is so high, it doesn't matter what it is, it's so good you can sip it. Okay, like we drink a lot of piss. Like if you're like me and you're white trash, you drink a lot of piss throughout the day. But every now and then you have something really high class and it makes you feel like, okay, yeah, I get it. I get why you would sip this kind of vodka because it's that good. Even though vodka, if you fucking sip it, you better be Russian or the kind of guy who cuts off people's fingers for fun. And I think those two might be the same. Okay, 3:05. Chivas Regal, Chivas? It's probably Chivas, isn't it? I said Chivas. God, I'm the whitest guy in the world. Chivas Regal with the morning paper, Dunhill cigarette. 3:45. This is all in the afternoon, by the way. Woke up at 3 in the afternoon, my guy. 3:45, cocaine. Great. 3:50, another glass of Chivas, another cigarette. 4.95. So 4:05? Yeah, 4:05. First cup of coffee. Could you imagine trying to have a little bit of caffeine after doing blow? You're like, man, this coffee's going to get me really going. Hold on. All right, coffee? No, I think I'm just going to do this amphetamine for the rest of the day. I need a stimulant more than caffeine. 4:15, more cocaine. 4:16, orange juice, cigarette. 4:30, cocaine. 4:54, cocaine. 5:05, cocaine. Yeah, by the way, he's just doing one line. He's not like he's doing 7 lines and that's one round of cocaine. You're just doing cocaine, okay? It's like having a beer. I did 1 beer, right? But with cocaine, 1 beer is a bunch of little drinks. You don't just slam a beer. With cocaine, it's just lines, and you're like, all right, did cocaine there, come back to a little bit more. Cocaine there, come back to a little bit later, do some more cocaine there, a little bit more later. There you go. So this whole thing about cocaine, it's a little bit misleading. He's just done, at this point, he's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 lines, 6, okay, 5 lines of cocaine so far. That's a lot. Okay, I tried to dumb it down, but in reality, he was just doing a bunch of cocaine. Okay, cigarettes, 5:11. Coffee, cigarettes, 5:30. More ice in the Chivas. So he's icing his rum now. I get that, but I'm drinking straight. I mean, I guess. You can't taste it anyway. He'd done 6 lines, smoked 4 cigarettes, and had 2 cups of coffee. I don't think the ice is going to make or break how good this rum was. Well, what do I know? I'm not successful, so maybe I'll, take a note of this guy. 5:30, more ice. Yeah, more ice, said that already. 5:45, cocaine. Good. 6 o'clock, grass to take the edge off. That's weed. So a little bit of weed to bring him back down. Uppers and downers. Uppers and downers. Uppers and downers. This guy's got a drug problem, and I'm into it. 7:05, he goes to the Woody Creek Tavern. Okay, here we go. 7:05, Woody Creek Tavern for lunch. Heineken. 2 margaritas, 2 cheeseburgers, 2 orders of fries, a plate of tomatoes, coleslaw, a taco salad, a double order of onion rings, carrot cake, ice cream, bean fritter, Dunhill cigarettes, another Heineken, cocaine for the ride home, a snow cone, a glass of shredded ice over which is poured 3 or 4 times, in a jigger with Chivas. Okay, so he's having a snow cone of booze and a lot of food. The fact that he's able to eat that much after doing cocaine is impressive. But that's probably what the weed was for his appetite and his glaucoma. Let's see. 9 p.m., cocaine. And then 10 p.m. drops acid. All right, the wheels are off, boys. This guy's going to the moon. He's trying to talk to God, and I'm into it. Drops acid. 11 p.m., chartreuse, cocaine, grass. So chartreuse is like a liqueur. Cocaine is, something you do when you're only really, really, really happy. And then more weed. Great. 11:30, cocaine. Midnight, Hunter, ready to write. So he does all of that, and then at midnight, he's like, let's go. That's like getting warmed up for 3 days to go run 1 mile. All right, then he writes. This is impressive. Writes from midnight to 6 a.m. And then chartreuse, cocaine, weed, rum, coffee, Heineken, cigarette, grapefruit. Eats a grape. Just, okay, can we mix a grapefruit in there? I want to, kind of going vegan maybe. More cigarettes, orange juice, gin. 6 a.m. He gets in the hot tub with some champagne, a couple Dove bars, fettuccine Alfredo. 3 a.m. Halcyon. What the fuck is Halcyon? Oh, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Halcyon. What the fuck is Halcyon? Fuck is Halcyon? All right, I gotta know what Halcyon is now. See, look, that's when you know. Here, this is also a new thing I'm doing where I'm looking up stuff while I'm talking and keeping it moving. I'm trying to extend these episodes for you guys because I know you want them to be longer and more often. But I mean, at this point, if you're still listening, it doesn't matter what I say. You're going to be like, all right, guess we're just along for the ride. We're fucking 40 minutes in. Let's see where this shit fucking goes. He's talking about one of the craziest motherfuckers who's ever lived, so that's probably for the best. Halcyon. Halcyon. No, it's a fucking Y, Blair. The fuck is Halcyon? No, a tropical Asian and African kingfisher? That's not what that is. What is Halcyon? I mean, it's so frustrating when you can have literally every answer that you could ever specifically want at your fingertips, and I still can't fucking... Is it ketamine? Ketamine-infused therapy? Halcyon, a name originally derived from the Halcyon of Greek mythology, may refer to the concept... Fucking no. Halcyon and Alfred of Georgia, you're one type of great food. No. Definite calm, peaceful, tranquil. Is it like... It's not a drug, is it? Is it a state of mind? It's probably a state of mind. Okay. I'm fucking over it. Whatever. The guy's a crazy person. Now, do I think I could do this exact thing? Once? Maybe once. I might try. I don't know. Maybe if I become really successful and they can't take anything away from me, maybe I'll just do this whole day and I'll document the entire thing. But you can't really document yourself doing cocaine. Like, that's not the cool. You have to just blur it out and say, okay, I did cocaine. But maybe that works. I bet I could. I'd have to do it soon, though. I have to be in pretty good shape. I'm in pretty good shape. I have to get in better shape. Drug shape, not like physically like in impressive, but like drugs. Drug shape is much different. Like when you're been out of the game a while and a couple beers get you a little bit buzzed. That's not what I'm talking about. You got to get to that like beer fest level. I can put anything in my system and be okay for the next 48 hours. I'll need a month to recover, but for that 48 hours, I'm the fucking man. How we feeling? Doing on time. Oh, boys, this is for sure the longest episode to date. And I'm pretty happy with that. I think it will take some editing to cut it back down. Hunter S. Thompson. What I'm trying to say is this guy's a fucking legend. I need to read his books. I need to read books in general because I keep saying I'm going to, then I just fucking don't. But it's a pandemic, so I have nothing but time. Your boy loves wasting time, though. Like, I love just saying I'm going to do some shit and then just being like, oh, I'll get to it tomorrow. And then I just don't get to it ever. Oh, also, spoiler alert, Hunter S. Thompson's not alive. He killed himself. That's the way to go. When it's time to go, you call your fucking shot saying, hey, guys, I'm out. The party's been fun. I did too much cocaine. My brain looks like pudding. How we feel about that one, guys? Felt pretty good? Big fan. Halcyon. What the fuck is it? I gotta look it up. Just don't leave without me fucking... Okay, this is an example. An old man watches his grandchildren play, might look back fondly on his halcyon days, remembering the peaceful, happy times of his youth. Idyllically calm, peaceful, suggesting happy tranquility. Okay, so basically, Halcyon, what they mean when they're saying his daily routine is that he feels amazing. Like, that's like his bliss. He does that entire day. And then right around 8 a.m., he achieves Halcyon. Am I saying it right? Fucking look this up.
Halcyon.
That was annoying as shit.
Halcyon.
It's like my fake voice. Do it again.
Halcyon.
One more time.
Halcyon.
Halcyon. Halcyon. Halcyon. Well, I think we know the name of this. I think we know the name of this episode. All right, we did it. Welcome. We're feeling good. We're feeling good. Shout out my boy Jake Balls. Shout out Big Fat Fuck Jake and everybody else in my life who has always been good to me, but for some reason I still talk shit about you on the pod. Love you guys. We did it. I'm out. Eat shit. Fuck off. Mwah.